Oh, I can hear people talking in the background. I can hear them right now. I think this is Tony's live from earlier. Yeah. All right, looks like we're live right now. I'm like, I was trying to get Tony to join this live stream, but I don't think he's going to make it. Good evening, everybody. Let's see who we got in the stream tonight. Thomas B is in the chat. AMC Panda, where's Baldo? Mike, Honey Horse, how is everyone doing tonight? Michael 1, how you doing? John Doe 666 King, what's up, dude? How you doing tonight? How is everyone doing? We got 40 in the chat right now. Adrian Fernandez. I almost said Hernandez. What's up, brother? Well. What have we here? How you doing tonight? Thomas B says, Adrian, how you doing, man? Good to see you. That's okay. T, I didn't realize how quickly you were going on earlier. I had to get set up and grab something to eat. I was starving. So I just hopped on. But oh wait. Shit, Tony. If you want the link for the stream, let me know. I'll send it to you. Tommy B says, so I'm a lawyer, and what she's doing is actually brilliant, in my opinion. She is trying to help us. Her decision today will allow AMC to run a bit enough for, and I'm sure he's going to keep going. Look, I think I understand where the judge is coming from. I understand why she feels the way she feels, why she is rejecting this settlement. Not a lot things can change for the future because of this ruling, right? It would be a good way to protect retail. So that part of it, I like. I wish it didn't have to do with AMC. I wish it wasn't going to be holding us back at all from what I think needs to happen. Now, let's talk a little bit about this because it's interesting because it seems like ARON is not happy, and apparently it almost sounds like he doesn't want. Well, I know he's not happy with this, but I don't want to say it sounds threatening because it doesn't sound threatening. Like this is do or die for the company, and although I do think it is very vital, I hate that I have that like hanging over my head that I have to think about. Oh God, if we don't do this, what are the repercussions, right? Because none of that's been taken off the table, right? It's just a settlement at this point that is no longer in play. Dr. McLovin is in the house tonight. How you doing, Dr. McLovin? Massalorian's wife. How are you? Hubba Taylor. Smith, what's going on? Greg Shepard, how you doing? Tony D, I said hey to already. Tony D. Tony, I was listening to you live a little while ago. I did catch the very beginning of it. Harjinder, how you doing tonight? Harjinder Karbra. So where'd you take her to dinner? I didn't take anyone to dinner, but I did go to, and I think someone recommended it in the chat the other night. And if you're in the chat right now, remind me. I think someone recommended me go to. Somebody recommended I go to Lou Malnati's. Pretty good. Duddy's house, how you doing tonight? What is going on? Say what's up to my main man in the house. I'm wondering if Luke Man's running around like a crazy person right now. I'm sure he is. Let's see who else we got in the chat tonight. James Harris, good evening. Joey Trivia Perez, how you doing? 8 No Fun. Good evening. Oh, he says good morning from Germany. Guten Tag. Good morning, sir. How are you this morning? I don't know. What's everybody feeling? All right. So going back to what Tommy B said. Yeah, I feel like Zurn is maybe making a protection here for retail. Again, I understand what needs to be done. I understand we need to raise money. Look, the numbers coming from this weekend, I'm just going to go look at them. I was looking at them real quick before I came on. I was looking at just some of the projection office. Barbie in particular. what were they saying? Like 150 million for Barbie, and then Oppenheimer's going to have 75 million on opening weekend. This is interesting. Look at this. Let me pull this up real quick. You guys can see this. I've never seen anything like this. Why Barbenheimer has box office analysts reeling. Barbenheimer are releasing the same day, and it actually makes sense. The dual opening of Barbie and Oppenheimer July 21st, a phenomenon that has dubbed Barbenheimer, is taking the world by storm. Barbie, a spectacular romp through Barbie Land star Robbie as the Mattel doll, is competing head-to-head at the box office with Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan's weighty atomic drama. The two entirely different zones of cinema, yet their same-day release has rendered the two linked. It led some to believe that either Warner Brothers or Universal, the studios behind, would blink and move release dates to avoid the competition, but obviously that didn't happen. So why would Hollywood executives schedule anticipated big budget blockbuster day? Well, to put it simply, Barbenheimer is unique. I've been in the business tracking and analyzing box office trends and movies for 30 years now, and I've never seen anything quite like this, says Paul Garbedian, senior media analyst at Comscore, told IGN. According to Garbedian, the general idea at play is parallel. Think about when Nintendo released, I don't even know what that is, on the same day that Bethesda Infernal. In Hollywood, though, counter-programming is a traditional method where studios will line up movies. They're likely to pull in different audiences. Interesting. Didn't know I was going to run that article. I was looking more for the office, but didn't know that. Let's see here. Let me my chat real quick. Close this up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Looks like some in the chat saying I'm breaking up a lot. I just reloaded the page. Oops. Says we're still live. Okay. All right. I'm getting back to the chat. Lizzie, good evening. Floyd, Jeff Norman, Greg, Mike, Massalorian's wife. I have Ryan, Honey Horse. Sorry about that, guys. K. Ryan 107, James Harris, Jesse Matthews. What's up, bro? How you doing? Next week is going to be spicing, right? Mike is clipping hard. All right. I'm going to close the other windows I have open. Hopefully that clears up a little bit. It's better. Honey Horse says close browsers. Is that what I have open? God damn it. You guys are funny, man. Close browsers. All right. Hopefully the mic stops clipping now. But yeah, getting back to Judge Zurn. Yeah, I agree. Look, I think she's got a legitimate issue, right? That she needs to think about this compensation for the ape shareholders. And I get it. Unfortunately, I don't know how long this now process continues on. And of course, you know, on a day that I'm traveling, there's all kinds of price action like this. Of course, with my luck, only that would happen with me, right? Where on the day that I need to be traveling, there's all this spicy information going on. The stock's moving all over the place. And I'm glad that Ape recovered at the end of the day. I was very happy to see that after it took a dump. That was yeah, that was pretty good to see. That made me feel good. Made me feel good. Yeah, Tom, you think that she's trying to help us to let AMC run? I think she's definitely trying to help retail, that's for sure. I mean, she's not saying that there can't be a conversion or nothing else can happen down the line, right? She's just going to take her time and figure out how to properly make up this compensation, right? G Immortal, what's going on tonight? Headstock Harem, Candace Morrison, Little Rock, California, driving through Texas at the moment on the way to Florida. Just drive safely. Drive safely. Dips, nice to see you too, man. Nice to see you too. Andrew Franchese, how you doing tonight? How you doing tonight, my friend? Good evening, everybody. My audio's breaking up a lot. Still, huh? Ryan says, I don't give a damn. Hold on. G Immortal says, finally green portfolio. Hey, man. Congrats to you. That's a hell of a pull. I hold the same on both. AMC is the play, not Ape, says Ryan. I was trying to finish a comment there, Ryan. I couldn't see it at first. Honey Horse, thank you very much. You know what, Honey Horse? You can... That $2, that's going to get me one more of these babies later. Oh, yeah. One more later on tonight. Hopefully, they'll still be open. My mic is good right now? Okay. But yeah, thank you, Honey Horse, for the $2 super chat. I will use it to buy one more bottle of Hennessy tonight. I got what, like half a glass left here? A little snort left. Let's see. Anya, how you doing tonight? She says she is above the sentiment of the masses. Honey Horse says close browsers, it would help. Better now? Good. No more luggage issues? No, Jesse. No, I'm good, man. All my luggage is right here next to me. I can see all of it. Oh, let me show you guys this. Hold on. You'll get a kick out of this. I'm going to have to try to scream into the mic from the background, so hang on. So now the penguins go on that. I've been pulling that through the terminals and through the train stations. I've been putting the 3 Pelicans go right on top of that thing, and I've been wheeling it. And man, if you had seen the thing I was using before, oh my God, it was embarrassing. Embarrassing. I think people legit felt bad for me going to the airport. I had a couple of people, like, because when you stack those 3 Pelicans on top of each other, they get very top heavy. If you take a corner too wide, they're going over. And, you know, I have my desktop in there. I have all my audio equipment, two of my cameras, all the lighting stuff. So if one of those breaks open, something's going to be completely ruined. Something. So every time something falls, I panic. But it seems like I'm always rushing to get to the next train, or there's always a rush. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is. I always seem to be like 2 minutes behind, whether it's trying to catch a train or a bus or I don't So Anya, I just got down to so right now I'm just outside of the Amtrak Union Station in Chicago. I got down here yesterday from Kenosha, Wisconsin, and I'm leaving tomorrow at 3. And I'm trying to figure out my next stop. I haven't really planned out where I'm going to be going. I know I'm going on the what's it called? The Empire Builder is the train. So there's one train that goes from Chicago, from Chicago all the way to Seattle, Washington. It's called the Empire Builder on Amtrak. There's, I want to say, like 40 something stops between Chicago, Seattle. And if I stayed on that train, halfway through would put me somewhere around like Minot, South or North Dakota. I can't remember which one. Let me look at the train first. 1 second. Empire Builder. Because now you got me. Now you got me trying to remember. Okay, yeah. So somewhere between Malta, Montana, and Minot, North Dakota. I think I'm gonna stay there one night just so I can get a good night's sleep and get a good shower in, and then do the last because it's 38 or 41 hours from Chicago to Seattle, so it's a long train ride. That would be a long time to be in a coach car. I mean, I could do it. I could probably do it, but I'm just thinking I might want to stop one night, get a good night's sleep. Unfortunately, the hotels are always more expensive on the weekends, right? So it's always better to be traveling on the weekends if at all possible. Abe R says, "Hey Mass, I'm building an app aiming at market transparency. How can you reach you for a demo? I'm gonna be at my location, by the end of next week, Abe. Best way to reach out to me is email me. I'll put a chat right now. I'll put my email address. It's gonna be a couple of days before I get back to you because I have to wait. So like, not have to wait, but I probably won't be doing a ton of anything besides filming for the next 2 days until I get to my destination. All right, so I just put my email link in the chat for you. Hilsey, how you doing tonight? Prometheus, what's going on, man? Did I just see Diaz is in here somewhere? Hilsey, thank you very much, Hilsey. Much love. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Did you hide all the bombs? Says Andrew. Yeah. Yes. They're in the Pelican cases. Yeah. So you guys like that thing? Yeah. So that thing worked out really well. So Hilsey, thank you. You just you paid for my cart. So thank you, Hilsey. That just completely paid for the Amazon getting that to me. That was like $45, but it's definitely going to save me on this trip. That's for sure. It's been it'll be a life send. So thank you, Hilsey. I'll put it to good use. Thank you very much. That's getting lit. No. I'm just having one. Just having one. I'm glad that I know not everyone's happy today. I know some people are upset. For the people who feel like they got a victory today, I'm happy for them. So I'll drink to those people who feel like they won today. I'm for you. And I do feel like this can be a good thing for retail. Depending on how she ultimately decides on this settlement, we'll still have to see. Right, it's a waiting game now. I don't know how long this is going to take. Again, this whole thing with. I just don't know. I can't give you guys a timeline or anything, right? Anya says, Mass, you need a Sherpa. Yeah, right? I do. I do need a Sherpa. Well, look at this crap. Hold on. Let me show you. Well, yeah, you guys saw it yesterday. You guys saw how big these cases are. Like, let me show you how big this case is. I have to put my computer in. Hold on. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I think I'm pretty sure the bag itself weighs about 40 pounds. Just a bag to put the computer in. It's nuts. Definitely a win today. Anyone who says otherwise is a no bend. All right, man. Jesse says, just cracked a beer. I'll have a drink with you. Thank you. Yeah, Anya, I would take a Sherpa. If you know any good ones, have them contact me. Although I can't say I can pay them well. Definitely not. Angelina, so I was just saying, I'm headed to, I believe my next stop is going to be either Minot, North Dakota, or I just said it, Malta, Montana. About halfway between here and Seattle. So I can probably just sleep for a bit and take a shower. Unless I really feel motivated, I'll just go the whole 40 hours straight through. But that's going to be a long ride to take and coach. Don't you think, Angelina? Guys, thank you for the chats very much. Mike says, I think I need to get my moon suit out of storage. I'm ready, man. I'll tell you guys, I'll be honest with you guys. So I called Tony yesterday because I was going to say, let's go on to a collab last night. And then I didn't. I ended up falling asleep, actually, by the time I got in. And I'm so glad I did, because I was thinking about coming on and talking on a live stream about having to possibly sell some of my AMC to keep funding this trip. Thank God I fell asleep last night. Oh my God, that's so crazy, because I might have, I don't know. Greg says you're riding the rails and not flying. Yeah, Greg, it would be way too expensive if I tried to make all these flights from Boston to New York to Philly to Wilmington, Delaware to Chicago to Kenosha. I would spend tons of money, right? I've got a rail pass that gets me 10 rides across the 10 rides to get a country. But that was the only way I'd be able to fund it. If I had to fly, there's no way I could afford to do it. There's just no way. And in order to do this, you got to take everything with you. I need just about everything with me. Plus, I'm not heading back to Massachusetts, right? I'm not going back to live in that area for a while. So I had to also bring tons of clothes with me. You know, besides my 3 Pelican boxes and crates, I also have a huge bag that's on a roller cart with clothes and all, like, a bunch of personal stuff. And I look like a mess going through the terminals. I swear, if someone had a camera on me. Yeah, Greg, next time I would get a sleeper car. Yeah. I would not just buy a coach rail pass. I would probably buy a sleeper rail pass. Anya says, Fargo, love that movie. Angelina ATF. Angelina says, I hope it stays horizontal because I haven't sold mine in 2.5 years. Angelina, I came so close to coming on last night, and I was thinking, like, all right, am I going to make a video, or will I go on and do a live stream? How am I going to talk about this? Because I wasn't going to sell my whole position. I was just going to let you guys know that I had to unload some stock because I want to continue to stay out and go to a couple more cities. And for some reason, I fell asleep last night and didn't come on and do that. And sure as shit, yeah, and I wasn't even thinking about that part of the timing. Like, that's how tired I am, I guess. I wasn't even thinking about that part of the timing with the judge rule, but I'm so, when you've tied up your money like this for 2.5 years, when you do come down to a crunch time and you need cash, it's obviously the last place you want to go take it from, but you have to go from somewhere. There's got to be somewhere I can take it from, right? I put so much invested into it, not thinking, no way in a million years would I still be sitting here on July 22nd of 2023, and we haven't had a MOAS yet or any kind of massive squeeze besides the run up to 72. Table Rock guys says you can sleep on my. No, I know. CAPA. I know. I want people to know if I am getting rid of my position, that's definitely going to have an effect on how I speak going forward, right? So let's just say that, for example, I came on yesterday and was like, hey guys, I got to drop, 25% of my position. I just want to let you guys know going forward, I might have a different tone or take a different tone with things. And I think my audience should know, all right, well, don't forget, Mass is coming from a position where he just dumped 25% of his entire APE/AMC position, right? So I think it would be important if there was something like that, like a big sale, because who knows? It could always come back to haunt you. Someone finds out, like, oh, you didn't know Mass dumped 25% of his position back in July of 2023. It would just be better to let you guys know. But again, the reason that I might have held back from doing that last night was just so I didn't influence anyone else. It's like such a tightrope that you have to walk in order to not give financial advice, but then again, not appear as if you're giving out financial advice, but being honest with your audience on what you're personally doing, right? And again, it's not that I wanted to sell, right? It's not that I wanted to have to unload any of my shares. I'm trying to sustain, being able to a little longer, and in order to fund that, I don't have a lot. Basically, I'm almost using my brokerage account as a semi-savings account right now. Almost. I have a lot of my money tied up in there. So when I need to go to the well, that's when I'm going to have to go. That's where I'm going to have to go to. No, I know it's not an info thing, but it's just there's so many bad actors out here, and there's so many people who I just don't trust. And so I feel like there's times when, if there's a big financial decision like that you're going to make, just because, let's say that I didn't tell you guys. Again, let's make another hypothetical. Let's say I sold 50% of my position, didn't tell you guys. Next week, all of a sudden, I'm start trashing Adam Aron and saying he's doing a terrible job as CEO, and I can't stand the guy. I never liked him. You know what I mean? Like, you'd be wondering, all right, what's up with Mass? Because he seemed, pretty neutral when it came to whether he liked or disliked Adam Aron. He just wanted Adam Aron to kind of get us through to the other side without really kissing his feet, which is that's kind of where I'm trying to balance myself, right? And then if next week all of a sudden I'm trashing him, that would look suspicious, and people would be wondering, all right, why all of a sudden now is this? So that's the only reason. We're talking about, this whole thing, the YouTube and the influencer and the space. And I know I know all of you guys in the chat right now are smart enough that, these are your own decisions that you're making. Ultimately, at the end of the day, these are your own financial, these are your financial dealings, and it's ultimately your decision. But, they don't call them influencers for nothing, right? They have some sway, and possibly over many people. I mean, look at some of the charlatans that are out there right now that have loyal followings, watching and listening to every breath and every word that comes out of these people's mouths, right? Oh, all in AMC says, what do you think will happen on Monday? I mean, God, why would you ask me a question like that? I don't know, man. I would love to see FOMO really pick up for the stock. I really would. I would like to see some volatility. I would like to see the thing move in an upward motion and not stop until we hit ATH. That's what I'd like to see happen Monday. I'm going to try to plan to be in so that Monday morning I'm at a computer being able to be there with the opening bell. Greg, thank you very much, man. Appreciate you. Much love. Thank you. I just saw that pop up. I saw someone else just super chatted. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I got to really pick up here in the chat. Table Rock Guy, thank you, man. Says safe travels, Mass, you man. Thanks, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, Table Rock Guy. Yeah, it's not. This does make me happy, right? I do enjoy coming on here and going back and forth with you guys and listening to your ideas and hearing your thoughts. I feel very blessed to have this platform. I really do. It's been an unbelievable trip this whole time with you guys. Not just this physical trip right now that I'm on, but the whole thing from, March of 2021 when we started this whole ride. Some of us that have been here that long, God almighty. Or I should say April of 2021. Greg, appreciate you, man. Cheers. Thank you, sir. By the way, what was up with hold on. Has anyone else heard of Public Square? I believe they launched an IPO yesterday. Can someone in the chat tell me if that's correct? Greg says, fellow masshole from Lynn living in Florida now. Man, that's a nice change, Greg. I'll trade places with you any day, man. Go down to Florida. I love me some Florida. Mike says pre-market will tell. Monday, Mike? Yeah. We'll probably have a pretty good idea, right? That's right. BBD knows. Mike said true. Oh boy. We're getting the Lin line going. Jesse says prepare for halts on Monday. Honey Horse says small pullback, then it's gonna rip, or we just rip pre. Yeah, pre-market will definitely set the tone for the day, though, right? Well, we should have a good idea Monday morning pre-market where this is headed. But man, what a shit day to be traveling today. Of all days to be traveling, I decided to travel today when we got a great, pump in the stock, and then ape recovered, and I was like, all right, I'm like, I feel like everybody kind of won today, right? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I think we won today. AMC, ape, everybody can say at the end of today, we're better at the end of today than we were at the beginning of the day. No? I think we can all say that pretty much. Candace says it's nasty, sticky driving through Texas right now. Yeah, I was just out here in Chicago. It's actually pretty nice. It's actually really, really windy. It's about 75 to 80 degrees. It's not bad, not bad. Andrew says, same on vacation, but tell my kids don't bother dad Monday morning, LOL. Easter Beast, how you doing tonight? Adrian says Mars or bankruptcy. What, Monday, Adrian? Oh, man. Oh, Greg, you worked at GE and Local 7, huh? The Ironworkers? Okay. We might know some of the same people. We might. Angelina, you got an early happy birthday? Early happy birthday, Angelina. Diamond Gal, how you doing tonight? AMC market cap up $1 billion after today. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to complain, right? I think everybody today that owned either AMC or Ape is a winner. By the way, let me ask one more question to you guys. And I don't see anyone answering me about the IPO. So maybe no one saw Public Square launching an IPO. I guess something I can get back to. But do you guys... someone mentioned the other day that Adam Aron didn't do any teasing or any promotion for Sounds of Freedom like he does for other movies. I went to go look back and see, and I didn't see him promoted at all. Not like I've seen him come out and do Barbie and Mission Impossible and Super Mario, but maybe I missed it. But did he not come out and say anything? Because I thought someone said that, and then I went to go double check, and I believe it's like movies that's crossed almost $100 million this year that he never promoted. I don't think. Although, again, I'm going to go back to the point that I think AMC made a wise business decision, thank God, to put the movie out on all of their screens, or at least 3 of them. Because if not, that would have been very foolish. The initiative to do that, but yeah, I'm confused on why there wasn't the same amount of promotion. Vern Dog says, just saw that he dispelled the FUD over it. PSQ symbol. Oh, public square. Yeah. So why did Jim Cramer have a meltdown today on live TV when they started chanting USA inside of the market there? Why did, when they started chanting USA after they rang the bell on the floor, why did Jim Cramer have a meltdown? What a baby. Chris, good evening. How you doing tonight? How are you, my brother? He says, has been a while. Hope you are well. Safe travels. Thank you, man. I am good. I hope you are as well. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. A lot of OGs in the chat tonight. I like it. I like it. It's what I like to see. So, by the way, Public Square, I don't know too much about it. It's definitely a company I'm going to look into a little more. I heard it's like a conservative alternative to Amazon, but I heard it's a lot smaller as far as the amount of products they have for sale right now. A whole bunch of issues. So just understand, I'm just starting to look into some of the financials of this stock. So don't take anything that I'm saying right now as buy or not buy. Just something that I was interested in, seeing it pop up this morning and finding out what's, a little more about it. Look, if these other companies are losing tens of billions of dollars, that money has to go somewhere else. Just remember that. And I know they're talking right now about this giant generational wealth transfer we're going to see, right? It's going to be the biggest transfer of wealth in human history, from the boomer generation down to Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z, right? So there is room for growth with these 3 generations, basically the ages of 15 to 5 right now. There's a lot of companies that are focused on ESG and are backed by big banks and people who are putting pressure on them to promote certain ideologies and certain ideas. And you are going to have a culture war continue, I think, throughout this space, the retail space. I think it will continue. And not necessarily you have to pick a side one way or the other, but put money to work based off of cultural sways, trends, right? Ebbs and flows. So just something to keep an eye on. BBD says, of course, you worked at GE. Everyone either worked relative at GE. Nick from Seattle, how you doing today? Says, hello, fellow apes. This was a good day. AMC Ape LFG. Yeah, man, I'm very excited. I wasn't planning on coming on. I was planning on coming on last night, believe it or not. Carl J says, Mash, you are loved by so many folks, my dude. I got to, I feel the love, man. Trust me. You have no idea. It's extremely humbling. Believe me, I feel it. Diamond Gal says, awesome, Mash. Try well, oop, oop. It's hot as F in San Antonio, but not stinky, thank God. Oh, that's right, Adrian. You're in San Antonio. That's right. That's right. Greg says, I'm ancient mass. The people you know are probably the kids of the folks I know. That's probably true. It's probably true. Grumpy Cat says, nice to see some upward movement. Agreed, right? By the way, has anyone talked to Grandpa Barney? Is he doing all right? I just saw Nick from Seattle. I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's okay. G Immortal says, I feel sad for arbitrage players. I bought a shitload of AMC. Slapping his head. XX says, your boy looked miserable live earlier. So T, I didn't get to see his face. I was just kind of listening to a little bit of his live stream. I did see who else posted a video about it today. Did anyone else post a video about it? Carl J. Hours was great. George 777, good evening tonight. He says it will be 1 or 2 days runs. Last chance for all of us. Yeah, I got to make sure whatever happens that I'm sitting somewhere in front of a computer Monday morning. Pre-market. Anya says, Bimer. Anya, you saying that because of the article I just read, or did you hear about that on your own? I just read an article about that. Wow. Fucking weird. It was a 70% run today. Unbelievable. Woo-wee. Boy, that's one hell of a run. Honey, he just finally did today, and he mentioned it. Adrian says, because Kramer is I know. He is an asshat. He is an asshat. That's what it was. XX. Yeah, Wrench. Wrench's video. That's who it was. Wrench did a video I saw. Sir Hodler Hodlington says, I'm here as well. Good evening, sir. Kryptonian says it's interesting the news and the algo fractal actually lined up. Paul, how you doing tonight? Tommy B said I made money. Good stuff. Good stuff. Honey Horse says could be because the film was only $14 million to create, but he does seem to promote Disney and Tom Cruise religiously. Yeah, so there was some news going around. What's Bob Iger's putting up part of Disney for sale? I wonder what part, right? Table Rock guy says I'm sitting in a boat fishing, listening to Mass. Really? That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Man, that's so fucking cool. I gotta say that. That is so cool. The thought of me sitting here and you boat fishing, listening to me makes me very happy, just so you know. It's a very warm feeling inside, knowing that I can carry a conversation while you fish. I hope you catch some, Table Rock guy. I'll try and put some good luck your way. Jim the Plant Kramer, I know. Jesse says, Jesse, I'm not kidding. So I was saying earlier, I did talk to T yesterday and said, maybe we should collab. And then I fell asleep, but I was talking to Tony and saying, I need to raise some money, and I want to try to raise some money to stay on the trip longer, to do more filming. And I didn't tell him that I was gonna, make an announcement. I might be selling some of my stock. I didn't say that to him. I was gonna do it live, so we didn't talk about it beforehand. I didn't want to make anything pre-planned, so I didn't say anything. But yeah, it was. Yeah, I thought about it right before I packed up my to put it away. I was like, all right, should I sit down and make this video, or should I go on live real quick, or what should I do? And yeah, I fell asleep. That's really lucky. Very lucky. Woo! Can you imagine? Imagine. Again, life's been so hectic the last couple weeks. That's like mass not paying attention, thinking about, the judge is about to make a ruling. I'm like, what are you, an idiot? Like, why'd you be messing around right now? But, when you're up against a deadline, certain things you got to take into account. That was one of them. Just, I needed to make a call one way or the other, but I think I'll be able to at least get to Seattle, film there for a day or two, and I think financially I'll make it all the way. I have 3 more rides left on my train, so I'm good there. Carl J says, if new now, I know, right? I know. I'll tell you, Carl, I wish back in school they had taught us more about the market. I wish they had taught us more about investing our money, how to accumulate long-term wealth, long-term growth, and accumulate wealth. They didn't prep us in public schools for, the financial world at all. And they're not doing it now either, right? Lupe, good evening. What is up, my friend? Lupe is in the house. How you doing tonight, Lupe? Good to see you. Thank you. Much love, Lupe. Thank you so much. Lupe is like one of the biggest supporters of this channel. I'm gonna do it without people like Lupe. Seriously, honestly, and I know I say this, but if it wasn't people for like Lupe and MC and all of you guys who throw these chats my way, you can't make any money on YouTube doing ad revenue unless you pump up a bunch of bullshit. If you pump out a bunch of nonsense a day, sure, you can make a lot of money, right? There's a lot of money to be made out there. You could go and drive your audience crazy and put out 5 videos a day of unnecessary nonsense, but are you really helping at the end of the day? No, you're not helping your audience. And that might seem like, right? Just go on there, say whatever you want, turn the camera on, ramble and upload the video. And that design works for a lot of people. A lot of people get enjoyment from that. A lot of people get information that way. I'm not saying anything against that method. Some of the people who employ that method, I'm not a fan of. Myself, there's nothing wrong with it. If you can get on and do that and rake in a bunch of views, by all means. I mean, you'd have to be an idiot not to do that. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying, yeah, without people like Lupe, who have just been like an amazing big support to this channel, there's no way that this would be sustainable. You wouldn't be able to pay for anything for the software just to keep up with the software every month and the subscriptions every month. Never mind all the traveling fees and everything else that goes along with it. So thank you guys. Much love. Dan says, my opinion and only mine, not judging anyone. I think new high 135 next week, LFG. Man, I would just like to see $73 next week, Dan. I'd be extremely, extremely happy with $73 next week. AMC Panda says ESPN. So yeah, that's what they want to do. They want to break off ESPN from Hulu and from Disney Plus, create separate entities for the different ones. Carl J says every day on the water. Paul, you're a fisherman too? I see Paul saying that he's a fisherman too. Jesse says. Ants Trades, Hogan Margarita binge stream incoming Monday. How is Ants Trades doing? And look, I got no problems with Ants Trades, man. He got people hyped up those first couple of weeks, but I don't think he's been doing any harm since then. He's kind of laid off that whole thing. Candace says, Mass, I'm so scared that they're going to hit us with that new 30-day halt that they made up last year. Dude, they have to be, I would think they have to be so careful this time around because of what happened with them taking away the buy button back in January 2021. Like, no matter what Congress says or anybody else says, that was criminal. What they did was illegal. It should have never been done in the first place. So they have to be extremely careful the next time they try to pull a fast one on retail. At least we would hope so, right? Don't we hope so? Don't we hope that getting dragged in front of Congress a few years ago would put the fear of God into them, that nothing out of line will happen again? Or are we delusional to think that way? Jeffrey, how you doing tonight? Billy 87, how you doing tonight? Says, I agree, Mass, 100%. Hang on a second. Nick says, well, wealth, good health, joy, and lots of happy dances in the near future. AMC Ape. Nick, thank you. Jesse says, so grateful to live in a place like this. Yeah, Paul, you do fish? Okay, cool, man. Yeah, I saw you saying Stripe is up there. Billy says, I agree, Mass, 100%. I didn't learn anything about the markets in college, unfortunately. Yeah, man. And I wish they had taught us about, putting away 20% of your check every week. Like, just the dumb little things. Forget about like the intricacies of the marketplace, right? And options, or how to scalp a stock. Let's just talk about like the basics. How to balance a checkbook. We learn nothing in Boston public schools. Nothing. We ain't this other crap either that we're learning nowadays, but we certainly didn't learn anything about personal finance and how to accumulate wealth. And if you didn't come from a rich family, you weren't going to learn that either. DBO Popcorn, what's going on, man? Did I try? Table Rock says, did I try any of the restaurants? Yes, I did tonight. Table Rock guy, I walked about 5 blocks from where I am right now, and I went to a place called Lou Malnati, like almost like Illuminati's, but Lou Malnati's, and got a personal pizza. Hold on, look at this shit. Hold on, you guys aren't gonna believe this. Hang on, look what it costs $15. Hang on. Look at this. This was $15. This. Look at my hand. This was $15. Size of my hand. $15. I'm like, it better be crawling under the covers for $15. Mike, what's going on, brother? God bless to you too, man. God bless to you too. How you doing tonight, Mike? Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, $15 for dough and cheese the size of my hand. But everyone recommended that place. At first, she said to something, and I said, I'm sorry, what? And she goes, it was $22.94. I said, for a small? And she goes, yeah, you want a small? I said, no. I want a small for. She goes, oh, a personal pizza? I said, yeah, sure. Sounds good. She comes out. She's like, okay, I'll be $15. I'm like, wait a minute. How is it only going down $4? Oh, man. Say ka mask, because for some reason I say ka the way you do. So it depends, right? It depends. I think I still say ka with the R on the end, but that's just me. That's just me. So Hodler says, same in Providence. They taught us nothing of use. I know. Mike, let me ask you. Mike, did you learn in school a lot about the market and investing and like T-bonds? Like, did they teach you? Did you have like an economics course or programs at your school in SoCal? Because up in the Northeast, we didn't have any shit like that. I went to, Mike knows I went to school in San Diego, but only film school. I didn't go to high school or grade school or middle school. So I'm just curious. I wonder if San Diego teaching districts. No. Mike said no. Yeah, huh? Jesse says, Thomas, stop checking my tits. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess they don't want us learning how to get engaged, right? I mean, they say they want us to engage with the market, but they want us to engage with the market so they can take advantage of retail. Paul says economy locked. Yeah, we didn't even have any. Neither did Mike. Mike saying no, he didn't have any in California either. Andrew says, you get no sympathy from me right now, Mass. Right now, charges $4 for a banana. LOL. Hotel we are in charges $4 for a banana. Holy smokes. Where are you, Andrew? You're vacationing right now, right? I forget where you are. Adrian says the education they teach literally meant to keep us stupid and confused. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's just like they didn't want any part of the crypto game until crypto became the way to freely trade again. Like I'm so torn on Bitcoin right now. This whole thing between Bitcoin and XRP and them bringing in the CBDCs, I feel like they're going to Trojan horse in CBDCs as just another type of cryptocurrency of the dollar, which it isn't, right? But that they'll make it seem that way, and dummies will go along with it. Unfortunately. Mike says, I have street smarts better than book smarts by far. Yeah, man. That's true. It's a good point. Street smarts do take you pretty far in life. They've definitely kept me alive this whole time. But I wish they had done a better job teaching us about the economy and investing. Because right now, within the next like 10 to 12 years, I should have enough saved for retirement. And I don't right now. I'm not ready. I've been counting on this AMC money. This was a big step that I took back in early 2021, investing this much money into a company, right? And having my money just sit there for 2.5 years. And now it's more. No, Mike, this has been, brother. I wish. I wouldn't be on here talking to you fools if I was doing casting calls behind me. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I love you guys. But honestly, if we were doing the casting couch, I'd be ghost right now. No offense, brother. I love all y'all, but if I could have two ladies under the sheets, I'd be dipped. You wouldn't see me. Mike says I learned about fractions chopping up bricks. It was that brutal, Mike? Jeez. That's pretty bad. Jesse says we got a kingfish. Massive snapper kingfish you guys call amberjack. Yes. Amberjack. Yeah, marlin tuna. Wow, yeah, man. You have all that marine wildlife right there in New Zealand, huh? It's very diverse, right? Man, that'd be a great place to go fishing. That must be an awesome place to go fishing. New Zealand must be great. Greg, no. If I had OnlyFans, I wouldn't be on here either. If I had a casting couch show or OnlyFans, I would not be doing live streams on YouTube at 12:30 in the morning while I'm on the road trying to shoot a documentary. I'm trying to shoot this documentary at the same time I have AMC going on in the background. It's like you're trying to be in 10 different places at once. Setting up the computer, breaking it down, setting up the microphone down, setting up the camera, breaking it down. Bluegrass Crazy says it was all a show to make us believe that Congress has the voters' best interest at heart while accepting money behind the scenes, and no one was held accountable for taking away the buy button. You're right, Bluegrass. Yep. 100%. Yep. No, it got laughed away. Just like Sam Bankman-Fried, just like a lot of things that have transpired over the last 2.5 years, right out in front of the open for all the American people to see exactly how corrupt these people are. And this revolving door that is, people go from Goldman Sachs to the Treasury Department to the SEC to JP Morgan to Citibank. It's a never-ending cycle of corruption and the 1% keeping everyone depressed. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. There's a reason why those people stay on top, and that is because they constantly revolve their friends and family in the same circles, and those circles make the most amount of money. Point blank. Carl says street marts combined with books are dangerous. This is true. Mike says, I wonder how many lives that tornado saved by taking out a Pfizer plant. Probably a lot, Mike. Hopefully a lot. Hopefully saved a lot of lives. What a bunch of criminals, right? Pfizer? Angelina says, Mass, I did it too. I feel like I've been holding my breath for 2.6 years. I know. I feel like I want to rip my hair out sometimes. Oh, Mike, you went live tonight earlier? San Diego Laundromat says, Mike, your live mate had me laughing my ass off earlier. Yeah, I just got back up into the room at I don't know, maybe like 40 minutes. Owning the Float says, I sold all my AMC and Ape today after the pump. Average was 674. Sold at 917 for 243 per share profit. I don't trust AA or what's coming next. Alrighty, Mike. So you liquidated everything? All my AMC and Ape. Yeah, you're saying. So are you going to, Mike, are you done or are you going to look for a place to get back in or what's your plan? Do you have a plan going forward or? Angelina, yes. There have been multiple comments about halts on Monday. Yes. Yeah, people are concerned. I mean, we've seen the shenanigans, right? So Jesse says this turned into a mass fishing chat. I know. What happened? All right. Sounds good, Carl J. Yeah, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go fishing. Yeah, Mike, if you made some good money today, man, good for you. But I'm just curious if you have, or do you have are you going to do completely on a spot to enter? There you go. All right, man. Good. Carl J says not selling. Listen, I'm not going to get on any I'm not going to get on any retail investor who made a smart decision on a play. If Mike is turning a profit, that is all that matters. I can never knock someone for turning a profit in the stock market. Or any retail trader does that. That is a win in my book. I hear you, Mike. I hear you, man. Mike, we had this conversation, right? Mike says I love me some AMC, but don't trust AA. I know. Mike came on the collab and he expressed his feelings about AA, that he wasn't a fan. He didn't think that he had, what it takes to be a good CEO. And I respect Mike's opinion on that. And if he just made money on that, good for him. That is what this is about. Retail getting W's. That's all I want to see. Profits is good. Thank you, Carl. Yeah, we all need to go fishing. That would be nice. Like, imagine if we could get a big charter off SoCal. Like, even off Catalina Island, that would be to go fishing, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, New Zealand would be amazing, but just going off of right off Catalina would be a nice place to go. Paul says I know all the spots. Angelina says I want profits, but I don't trust the system. Angelina, see what's great about this and why I love doing is because everybody brings something to the table, right? Angelina has got a different take on who she doesn't trust and where her suspicions lie. And there are multiple entities here that I don't trust. It's not just AA, as Angelina points out. It is, the people who are supposed to be working on oversight that we're nervous about. We're nervous about the system that's in place to protect retail not working, right? Table Rock guy says I'm a fishing guide in Branson, Missouri on Table Rock Lake. Branson, Missouri. Where is that? That is 500. Table Rock guy. 548 miles from where I am right now. So it looks like just like north of Fort Smith, Table Rock guy. Fort Smith, Arkansas, it looks like. Let's see. Andrew says rain over 100% hours, totally coinciding with news. No way I would sell before seeing at least pre-market Monday. That's just me. 20 days on threshold. CT and box office lit. Yeah, I'm interested to see what these numbers are this weekend. If Oppenheimer pulls off 75 million and Barbie does another 150, and there's a quarter of $1 billion weekend, that'd be very exciting for sure. Cocaine sharks in Florida. What is that? What is that? I saw that earlier on Discovery Shark Week. It said cocaine sharks as one of the things that flashed up. What the hell is cocaine sharks? The fuck? Kiwi girl, good evening. How are you, my dear? Kiwi girl is in the house. Fellow Kiwi in his house here as well. Kiwi girl. Jesse is lit in the chat right now. I am doing well, Kiwi girl. Thank you. I hope you're well as I hope you're doing well as well, Kiwi girl. As always. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there. Hanging in there. I think today was a win for us. I'll agree. Barbie is adding shows at 8 a.m. that are selling out. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. So let's just keep our fingers crossed. I'm just glad I was able to get into a room today and get on live to hang out with you guys. That was there's been a lot of times that I've missed exciting thing. Thankfully, like, do you remember last summer when we had a bunch of run-ups? Right at the end of the summer when I was moving, like that whole time I was moving, we had those couple runs. I missed all those. But yeah, I made it tonight, thank God. Good stuff. Cost good trout in New Zealand. Yeah. SU, hey, how you doing tonight? S in the chat. Jesse says, I got on knowing this was a bit of a gamble. And that's the risk we run. Only put in what you can lose. Yeah. Exactly, Jesse. Yeah. You know, when I originally invested in AMC, when I originally went in and made my first big initial purchase, I had a lot more money back then than I do now, right? Table Rock guy says I need a passport so I can travel the country. Table Rock guy, you don't have San Diego laundromat, says Ornato. Yes. Yes, my favorite San Diego. Si, senor. Another good place to go off Coronado. Basically, Arkansas, Missouri. Got it. Got it. Table Rock guy says I need a passport. Never left. Really, never left the country, huh? I just got. By the way, have you guys seen the new passports? I just got mine. It's pretty crazy. The new inside piece is like a credit card. It's very thick and hard. That's what she said. DM says I would love to know what the share count is in the chat. Well, we only got like 100 people on right now, DM. But I bet it's probably 100. Chopper 3R68 says, "What's up, Mass Chopper? How you doing tonight?" I don't know how many people are holding like under 100 shares. Like, I would have to say, if I had to guess, that the amount of people holding under 100 shares is like less than 10%. I would think that 90% of everyone that owns AMC, I would say 90% of the ownership have 100 shares or more. Do you agree in the chat? I'm curious. Does that make sense? Andrew says we have 10 shares. I will be on the West Coast in a few days, like 48 hours. Whoever just asked me that, I just saw it. It says sharks are eating kilo. Oh, that's what cocaine sharks is? You got to be kidding me. So now we're getting the sharks high? On the float, Mike says 100 shares. I had that in my ashtray. I would think it's probably 90%. I would say there's 10% of retail out there that are the only position they hold. This is the only stock they've ever bought. And I think those are the two people that hold under 100 shares right now. That would be a description of someone I would be suspecting of being an owner of under 100 shares, would be a brand new investor who this is their only stock they've ever bought. Like, I doubt there's anyone in the chat right now that has under 100 shares, right? Or is there? I'm just curious. Is there anyone owning the float? I just like the bird, man. I think it's a cool logo. I think it's badass. I like the hawk. And the color, the black with the navy. I mean, the yellow with the navy. I know you have 0 now. Andrew says, that's the Shaw thing, mass. We all have 10 shares. Oh, I see. Honey Horse, thank you for the chat. It says the whole AMC board holds less than 100 shares. Thank you, bro. Andrew says that's a KC. Honey Horse. That's a KC Shaw thing, mass. We all have 10 shares. We don't want to make people. Yeah, try to make anyone feel funny. I just have a feeling most people in this chat right now have over 100 shares, if not everyone. SG Ray says I had 100 3 years ago. Yeah, right. By the way, did you guys hear, Adrian, did you hear the other night. I met a guy on the train going Albany to Chicago that was a GME holder. It's pretty awesome. Small world. It says Matthew wide awake Monday at 4 a.m. Mike says yes, started with over 100. I see, Andrew. I get it. On the stream, you guys say everyone has 10 shares. If you buy more, you still have 10 shares. Got it. Most of us hold 500. Yeah. That's probably more close to the number. I would say most of us in the chat right now probably have about over 500. That would be, I would bet. Would you say over 50%? Yeah, definitely, right? Yeah. I think there's a very small percentage that are under 100. And then there's a very large percentage that are 500 and up. And I bet you in between is probably also a small number. Don't you think? I mean, we're just speculating, right? But if I had to imagine, if you're still in this in 2.5 years, you must have added to your position, right? So the chances of you having under 100 shares is probably way less likely than you having over 500 shares, right? It's much more likely you would have accumulated over 500 than less than 100 in 2.5 years, right? I would think. Mike says I still have 1,000 GME shares. Backyard Boogie, what's going on, man? Yeah, see, San Diego Laundromats is in 4 digits. Honey Horse says I just bought the rest of my GME today. Should have bought more AMC, but half my portfolio is AMC. Too, Honey Horse. Carl J says I started with 200. I think I started with 202. I think I bought 150 and then 50 in back-to-back days. I think the first day I bought 150. Second day I bought 50 more shares. And then I took a break for a couple days and waited to see if it was going to come back down. And I remember going from like 5 to 6 or 6 to 7. And I think it was Jackson. What was it? Hunter Jackson? Jackson Hunter that I was watching back then. When we were going from like 5 to 7. And as soon as it hit $7, or maybe it was 8, somewhere in there, I bought a whole bunch more right after that. That was my biggest purchase. So that was like April of 2021. Leave no weight behind says I started with 400. Carl J says over 1,000 now. Yeah, I would say most of the people in this chat right now are probably holding over 500 shares, if I had to guess. At least with channels like me and Mike's and some of the other Tony. I bet. Mike, have a good night, man. God bless. Love you too. Take care, man. Thanks for the channel. Appreciate you, bro. And supporting everyone else. Mike from Own the Float. If you guys don't know his channel, Mike's been on with me before doing a collab. Good guy. He just said he sold all his AMC today, made a profit. And anyone that's doing that, I got to give him a round of applause because that's what this game is all about. Making money. Mike says Jackson Hunter with the football pads and no shirt photo. Oh, man. All right, guys. I'm probably going to rock this for another like 5 or 10 minutes. I'm probably going to go till 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I got to start putting this stuff back away. Although I might stay up tonight because I do want to talk about a little more in depth about the what the judge said. Not that it's really that big of a deal, but it is something I do want to talk about a little bit. So maybe I'll stay up for a little bit and record a video. Jesse says we bought a house, so I haven't been able to buy as many since last Got to pay that mortgage. Yeah, man. Thank God. Thank God I just hung in there for the last, right? I was starting to look iffy. It was starting to look iffy. I wasn't sure how things were going to work out, but I am planning on, once I get to the West Coast, I've reached out to a certain organization I'm hoping to team up with once I get out there, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. I don't know if it's going to end up happening or not, but I got the vape right here, baby. Is this battery on? Greg says, I'm still at least $10 away from making it green. Carl says, stay with us, Mass. I know. It's so pointless nowadays to even make a video because they won't monetize it. But I do enjoy making them, and I know a lot of people do like watching the videos just because they are a little more entertaining than just me sitting here talking with you guys. So I get that. I like making them, right? I wish there was I definitely I want to give you guys a heads up. No matter what happens with AMC, once I do get settled into my new spot and start getting the actual documentary like together, like making a trailer for it and all that, I'm probably going to start doing more live streams and more videos, just about what's going on in the world, whether it's pop culture or the culture war or whether it's geopolitics, the economy, political science. There's just a lot that I think there's so much information out there that's false or being misinterpreted or outright just lying from the mainstream media. I just feel like I could serve this community better by covering a more broader realm of subjects, a more broader um, a more broader scale of projects. And so we'll see. If I knew what was going to happen with AMC, I could plan this all out, but I don't know how this freaking thing is going to go down. So everything is just wait and see right now. There's just nothing I can do to help any of you any further with this court case as soon as the judge said that. Greg, have a good night. Thank you so much for coming in and supporting us tonight. Appreciate you, man. Mass, I would like that if you cover more. I will, Angelina. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Yeah. Definitely be talking more about everything. Everything. Especially like the culture war that's going on. And, if we can tie that into the market and we could talk about price action. We could talk about whatever, technical analysis of a chart. We could talk about fundamentals of a company. There's a lot of things coming down the pipeline, whether we're talking about, PLTR or some of these other big tech companies that are going to start growing based off what we know is coming down the road. And the closer that we follow what's going on with that, especially when we're talking about what's going on at Bilderberg, what's going on at Davos in Switzerland, with the World Economic Forum, right? And these summits that they're having, Bilderberg, all these people that are trying to, the IMF, all these organizations out there that are trying to have this one world economy and get control over the population of the planet under a digital currency for the world is a bad idea. That is not the road we want to go down. So whatever it's going to take to keep a fight up against that, especially like a CBDC, I am not, I am a staunch advocate for never putting CBDC anywhere near the United States Federal Reserve. That should be the farthest thing away from their grasp. There should be absolutely no way that the government has any tap into the people's finances. There's just no way that that should be it. That's the one thing that cannot be politicized is the Federal Reserve. We can't have that size. That'll ruin us. That'll ruin us. Honey Horse, thank you very much. Says Dr. Stephen Greer on YouTube will show. I've watched some of his stuff, Honey Horse. He's very interesting, man. Very interesting. Carl J says Mass Uncharted. DM says freelance journalism, the real with Mass. That would be a good one. That would be a good one. Yeah, Adrian, know it. Yes, that's all, man. I'm just a concerned citizen. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's really it. And you know, maybe someday I'm just gonna change the whole channel to that name. I don't know. We'll see. Because I think everyone knows me by Mass, so I think I could change it over to just a concerned citizen or JACC, Jack channel, something like that. Anya, have a good night. Table Rock guy, good night. A cabin in, I'll call Angie. I think they're gonna screw us and retail's gonna leave, says leave no 8 behind. Well, I'll be here with you. Leave no 8 behind. I'm not leaving you. Kryptonian says, are you gonna post any of your news adventure on Twitter? Kryptonian, would that help if I made updates on Twitter? It's probably something, right? Yeah, I'll start doing that. I did when I first got down here, when I was down at the courthouse for the hearing in Delaware, and it didn't seem like it was getting a lot of views, so I kind of just stopped doing it, Kryptonian. But yeah, I took a bunch of pictures tonight and videos, stuff up. Yeah, sure. Jesse says Jack channel might attract some strange individuals. This is true. It might. Mike says, what's going on with all the wildfires in Canada? Mike, you know, MC just sent me an email about that. I was going to read it before I came on tonight. I haven't looked at it yet. Where's Adrian? Adrian said something about, we spoke about that a year ago, Mass. What, about CBDCs? Anya, have a good night. Yeah, I just want to keep them, just keep them the fuck away from me. I don't want anything to do with CBDCs. That's talking about it. I want to make sure it just stays out of our economy. PJ says, yo, Mass, 4K AMC, 4K Ape, 3K D-Walk, one day I will party or cry. Cheers. PJ, cheers, man. Mike says, time to get right if you're not. Paul says, is AA going to be investigated? Maybe someday, Paul. I don't know. Depends. I don't think he's, according to legal terms, he has not broken any laws as of right now. Now, that could change, but as of right now, he hasn't broken any laws that I'm aware of. Oh, about the channel name, Adrian. Oh, yes. Yes, we did. I said that a year ago. Has it been a year? Damn. We did? We talked about it that long ago? Damn. Fuck, man. I feel like I just did that the other day. It's been a year. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to get some rest. I can't believe that's been a year that we started talking about Just Concerned Citizen. You know who helped me come up with that name? Pantheon did. Pantheon helped me come up with that name. Adrian says they broke many laws, but they make loopholes to curb the laws they break and make it all look legit when it's not. It's not on the up and up. All right, guys, we're running right on the 1:30 mark right now, so it's perfect time for me to stop. We'll pull out an hour and 30 minutes. I really just wanted to come on and congratulate everyone who feel like they did well today and everyone who made money. Just say congratulations. I hope everyone's in a good mood tonight. It's a good way to go into the weekend, right? Having a positive day like this. We just added $1 billion of market cap to AMC. We definitely got a W today, right? Let's take it. Feel blessed, right? I feel extremely grateful for all of you guys here tonight, all of my mods that were in the chat tonight. Thank you to all the super chatters, to anyone who donated to Venmo or Cash App in the description. Thank you guys so much. I love all y'all. Thank you so much. Thanks for continued support. I really can't do any of this without you guys. So, I don't know. Have a great night. Enjoy the W and get some rest. And we'll talk soon. All right. Love you guys. Good night.